Hi everyone, welcome back to part 2 of my how to do it yourself modern calligraphy video. I had an awesome suggestion from a viewer named Katie that I talk more about constructing proportional letters, so that's what we're doing today. Thank you so much, Katie, for that comment. And I wanted to let you guys know these tips work for all different types of hand lettering art, not just modern calligraphy, so feel free to extend them to other things. The first thing that we have to talk about are our guidelines, and I think that there are 5 essential guides when creating a standard uppercase and lowercase font style in your hand lettering. The first one is going to be the cap line. It's the top line right here, and it's where you want the tallest point of your capital letters to hit. The next line is the ascender. The ascender is for your taller lowercase letters. Most of your lowercase letters will hit at the next line, the midline, and that will be the highest point. But as you know, some letters like H, D, and B have a taller point to their letter, and those will hit at the ascender line. The rest of those letters, like the curved part of the H, those will still be at the midline. But those taller portions, like you see here on the T, will extend all the way up to the ascender line. Now, all of your letters, the base of them will sit on the base line, both capital and uppercase, except for the descenders. Descenders are opposites of ascenders. There are our G's and our J's and our P's and our Y's. As you can see, those main portions of those letters still fit between the baseline and the midline, but the descenders descend to the descender line. Now, guides are just guides, exactly like their name. You can add and subtract guides depending on the style. Here I added a guide between my baseline and my descender for the second stem on the H that goes a little bit lower than the rest of the letters. So feel free to add and subtract guidelines so that they'll fit the style of lettering that you're doing better. Now your guides are going to add consistency across your letters as well as your font style. These are some other things that you can do to change your font style. You've got slant, which is the angle at which your letters are turned, width, which is obviously how wide your letters are individually. You've got height, another obvious one, how tall are your letters? How tall are the things that are attached to your letters? And then we have spacing, the amount of room between each of your letters. And then we have serif and sans serif. Serifs are just little marks at the end of your main strokes. So will you have that or will you not? It's totally a stylistic choice. So here are just some other examples of these different styles. I wanted to show you another variation on them. And as far as width goes, I really think that graph paper helps a lot with width. I highly recommend using them because you can say, okay, I want my letters to be 2 boxes wide. It gives you a vertical layout as well as a horizontal layout as far as guidelines go. All right, and then I also wanted to talk about the spacing right here. See how the tail on the letters between S and P are different than the tails on the rest of the letter? Right here, I'm showing you what I would do to create a more consistent tail between the entire letters. Tails and flourishes are another thing that you can play with, but I just thought flourishes needed a whole separate video, and tails are pretty simple, so you can be creative and come up with your own thing. So those are the basic style guidelines. Mix and match things, move your guides, play as much as you want. Like my mom said my whole life, you can't do art wrong. So playing will help you grow and, create. And since I thought that all of those things were pretty self-explanatory, but I didn't think that slant was. So this is how you can practice your slant, just by making repeated strokes at the same angle over and over. And in my last video, I forgot to show you how I clean my nibs. So I just use this Speedball pen cleaner. I put a little bit of the cleaner in a baby food jar with my nib, rinse it around. Then I dump the cleaner back into the bottle, making sure my nib stays in the jar. rinse off my nib, and then dry it. That's all it takes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys next time, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye! So one of the reasons that I started my YouTube channel was to constantly step outside of my comfort zone, and that is why I created this look. I never pair bold lips with bold eyes, so that's what I'm doing today. This is the